Hey everyone, it's Russell, and I'm back continuing on with my part 2 video here of ranking all of the A to Z Mystery Super Edition book series books of 14 books by Ron Roy. So far I've only been through 4, and we have like 10 more to go, I think. Yeah. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get started. This time I'm going to move a little faster. So yeah, pick number 10 on my list happens to be book number 12, which I said near the end of my part 1 video. This is kind of an interesting book in the series that may interest some of you guys. It may not. But this is book number 12 in the original series. In this series called Space Shuttle Scam. Yeah, you may be wondering why I put this book pretty low on my list, considering that it is my top 5, that is my bottom 5 least favorite book choice in this series. And that's because I felt like the plot kind of felt disjointed in this book, just a little bit. It was really poorly executed. The climax was so rushed and it was so poorly written. This book is the most, I couldn't get the word. I was going to say kind of confusing, but yeah, this book is the most, or one of the most, kind of confusing books in the series for me. I just wasn't a big fan of this book. I never have been, even after rereading it. Yeah, it's to make matters even not as good, or to make matters worse, this book isn't even a space shuttle themed book. I mean, it kind of has a few tiny little references of space shuttles, but it's not like the characters, Dick, Josh, Ruth, Rose, actually zooming out to the moon and in an actual spaceship. It's nothing like that at all. But I do like the kind of creepy-ish atmosphere in Florida of where this book takes place in the story. So that was pretty neat. I like that. But did it really do it all for me? No. So yeah, it's my top 5 bottom pick. It's one of my least favorite books in the series. Anyways, pick number 9 on my list. I said list. List is book number 4 called Sleepy Hollow Sleepover. Yeah, this book is quite kind of a reference to the Headless Horseman and the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, but you only learn just a little bit about Sleepy Hollow. And there's no Sleepy Hollow-like themes in this book. Well, maybe there kind of is, but there's also pretty much kind of not. The Headless Horseman, what really irritated me the most about this book, even though I kind of liked it, it's one of the only, if not the only, Halloween time-like book in the series, is that the Headless Horseman literally showed up in this entire book near the very beginning for like a brief part. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it showed up like for a very, very short amount of time, like 1 or 2 pages, I think 1 entire page, and then you never see it again in the rest of this book. So that really irritated me the most. I was like, oh, looking at the cover art, which again looks really nice, kind of creepy actually. Yeah, just looking at the cover, I was just always thinking like, oh, this is definitely gonna be like a Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Headless Horseman referenced book, but clearly not. This book is like kind of a crime mystery infested book. I totally didn't have the Headless Horseman Sleepy Hollow theme that I wanted in this book. But other than that, it was just kind of okay. Kind of solid. Pick number 8 on my list. Okay, now, kind of in this area, the books are kind of starting to get a little bit better for me. There's books that I'm starting to like that I like quite a bit more than the bottom 5, definitely. So yeah, this section. of the ranking. But anyways, pick number 8 on my list is going to be book number 3, which is White House Whiteout. Now, if you may be thinking that this book is a Christmas book, it's not. It's a very snowy book. I thought it was a Christmas book when I was wanting to come in to read this book, but it's not. It's a very cold and snowy book. It's a very snowy, cold mystery to it. And I love the mystery in this book so much. It's just fantastic. And you may be thinking though, if I'm saying that, or if I said that the mystery is so fantastic, then why did I put it lower on my list? Well, it's not that this book is boring. It's not that it's annoying. It's not that the plot is disjointed or not well executed or well written or anything like that. It's just that there's a lot of other books that I just like more than this one. Simply, that's it. It's very, very solid book. It's definitely done a lot better than Sleepy Hollow Sleepover. That's for sure. Yeah. Love this book. I've always loved that book, actually. Used to be one of my favorites, but now thinking about it more as an older teen now, I just liked more books in the series than that one. Yeah. Anyways, pick number... now we're on to my next paper here, part of my list. Pick number 7 on my list is going to be book number 5. Ooh, this is a really good one too. Quite a bit better than I'd say than book 3, White House Whiteout. But this one is book number 5, The New Year Dragon Dilemma. Holy moly, was this book very, very entertaining. It was so fast paced. The stakes were very actually high in this book. It's one of the most fast-paced books in the series that I've read, and I love the red on the back there. It looks pretty neat. I love the color, or the cover. Just looks very nice. I love all the colors on the dragon right here. This is like a, kind of like a Chinatown-like book, New Year's book, kind of. So if you like that stuff, then you'd like this book. That's what makes this book stand out quite a bit for me than all those other books. So yeah, we're moving a little bit quicker here, guys. I don't know how many books I've been through so far in this video, but I think I've been through quite a few now. Definitely more so far than in my part 1 video. But anyways, the pick number 6 on my list is book number 6. In fact, perfect match right after book 5. This is called The Castle Crime. Now, that title may definitely please to you, and it also did to me, but I think the only issue with this book is that the more I reread it, the more I just started to dislike it a little bit more and more and more over the years, but it's still really fantastic book, don't get me wrong. The castle crime sequences, themes, and the castle crime plot in this book is just so fantastic and well executed. The cover's kind of neat too. I like it, since I love castles and all. And look at that creepy shadow right there on the bush. I have never been able to figure out what that is on that bush right there. I don't think it was even referenced in the book. I mean, it might have been, but yeah. I also like the pink on the back of that cover that matches the pink color of the sky on the cover. Pick number 5 on my list is book number 8. So we kind of did a little jump right after book 7, which, yeah, obviously is my least favorite book in the series. But this is Super Edition book number 8, Secret Admirer. Now, just like New Year Dragon Dilemma, this book stands out to me a lot more than all those other books because it's a Valentine book. This book definitely felt like a perfect read to read in the month of Valentine's Day, which is of course February 14th. But I don't remember what month I read it on, but I definitely did not read it on Valentine's Day. I think I read it last year or the year before last year. It was a little while ago though. And I got this one for Christmas 1 or 2 years ago too, so that's why it's kind of a little more beat up than all my other copies of the books that I have currently. Because it's just been like wrapped up in wrapping paper for a little while until I was able to finally unwrap it on that one Christmas morning. But I love the rat on the back here too. This book is not... It's not so much of a mystery. It's just kind of trying to figure out like, who's my Valentine? It may seem like a big mystery to some of you guys, but it personally really wasn't to me. It was just... I don't know how to explain this. It was just more fun and so entertaining, and I love this book. There's still more books that I like more than that one. Okay, I think I'll only be able to do 1 or 2 more because I'm about 11 minutes right now in this video. But now I'm going to pick number 4 here. So almost in my top 3 favorites, folks. Yeah, pick number 4 is book... Here we go. Book number 10, which is Colossal Fossil. A great, solid dinosaur museum-themed mystery book. It's just so much fun. The stakes are actually not high on this book. It's just fun, you know. That's all it is. It's just so much fun and entertaining. I love it deeply. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this book. If you love dinosaurs, which I personally do, for those of you who don't know, I don't think I've mentioned that before, but yeah, I love dinosaurs. On this cover, you got a nice skeleton illustration right here of a Spinosaurus, and yes, Spinosaurus is my favorite prehistoric dinosaur, carnivorous dinosaur ever. So yeah, really, really great mystery. This book has one of the best mysteries out of any other book in the series. It's just nearly perfectly well done. Besides just a few little boring parts here and there. I think I'll be able to do one more last book, guys. Okay, pick number 3. Yes. We're on the top 3 right now, folks. What do you think my top 3 pick is? Well, it just happens to be book number 13, the second to last book in the original series, or just the series, called Crime in the Crypt. Oh my goodness, I love this book so much. I love everything about it. You can see it makes me smile every time I think about this book and just talk about this book just like right now, you know. This book is going to be such a big book to me. I'm going to always try to remember. It's always been a memory of a book to me. And I love it so much. The cover is actually really neat, too. You have Jake Josh, Ruth Rose, of course. Inside this spooky, it's called Greenwood Cemetery in New York City. I think that's actually a real cemetery in New York City, but I don't really know for sure. I think all these books have some real-life facts in them added onto their mysteries. I think. I personally know that the Capital Mystery series does, but that's about it. I don't know about the original series, and I don't know about the Capital Mysteries, or the Calendar Mystery series either, but I love this book so much, so much. Also, just like book 14, of the copies that I have of this one and that one, they're a lot more flexible than the others. It's just so weird. Also, the pages feel a lot softer, and they like slip under, like right by your thumb, like so much faster and softer and quicker. It's kind of hard to describe than the other copies of the books that I have in this series. But definitely check this out, dude. It just barely misses out on my top 1 and top 2 favorite books in the series, but it's so close to being up there. It is just undoubtedly fantastic. This book is more creepier, actually, don't get me wrong, than Sleepy Hollow Sleepover, and you may think that one's creepier than this one, but no, in my personal opinion, it's the complete opposite. This one takes the crown for being the most creepiest book in the series, but not like Goosebumps and Fear Street creepy. Anyways, guys, it's gonna wrap up my part 2 video here for you guys for ranking all those books, for ranking all the A to Z Mysteries Capital or Super Edition books from the Super Edition book series. So yeah, stay tuned for my next videos and my next part 3 video. Comment down below, subscribe down below, and I'll see you again in my next videos. Take care.